Down the right side, Coffee pass in front, score! Stevens for the hat trick.
It was his whole package. When you get somebody that, is 6'4" and can move up and down the ice the way he can, and you combine that with speed and skill, you get a really tough player to play against.
The biggest thing I could say about him is I think he was one of the best power forwards in the game of his generation.
A two-time Stanley Cup champion, Kevin Stevens spent 15 seasons in the NHL across 5 teams, 11 of which were spent with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Known as a dominant power forward, Stevens faced a multitude of uphill battles, but with great resilience, continues to advocate for addiction awareness and substance support.
Life happens, and life can get really hard, and he dealt with it in a real positive way. And now he takes his experience, and he's giving back, and he's helping other people.
Massachusetts born and raised, Stevens played collegiately at Boston College. He helped the Eagles reach the NCAA tournament all 4 seasons on Chestnut Hill, where he was a 2-time captain and in 1987 earned All-American honors. Years later in 2021, Stevens was inducted into the Boston College Varsity Club Hall of Fame.
He was a different type of college player than a normal college player at that time. You knew that if someone was going to make it because of his stature and because of his physical presence and because of that speed that went along with it, with the skill, that he was going to have a great opportunity to be a great pro.
During the 1983 NHL draft, Stevens was selected in the 6th round by the Los Angeles Kings, but was soon dealt to Pittsburgh and eventually made his NHL debut in 1988. 3 years later, he established himself as a force, scoring 40 goals in the regular season.
Kevin was a big part of that team. Just a thick, solid, powerful skating, prototypical power forward in the time.
During the playoffs, Stevens tallied 33 points in 24 games to help the Penguins to their first Stanley Cup title.
Being an American player and winning Stanley Cups, especially jumping into that lineup in Pittsburgh and being such an impact, for me, he's a winner.
The following season, Stevens led Pittsburgh to its 2nd straight cup, logging a career-high 123 points, setting a then regular season record for most points by an American-born player.
The Penguins have won the Stanley Cup. Oh, Lord Stanley, get me the brandy.
I'm going to say something and no one else has said it yet, so the dynasty is here in Pittsburgh.
He was big and strong and powerful, came to play hard every night. He never cheated his teammates, his organization, or the fans.
During the 1992-93 campaign, he had his 2nd straight 100-point season, finishing the year with 111 points, including 55 goals, the most ever recorded by an American-born player at that time.
He made people around him better, and those what the great players do. And then when he surrounds himself with other great players, special things can happen.
Following that season, Stevens played 9 more years in the NHL with the Bruins, Kings, Rangers, and Flyers before ultimately hanging him up where it all began in Pittsburgh. Across his extraordinary career, he collected 726 points and 329 goals.
Leach is sharp, save, Sauer, rebound, score! Kevin Stevens has had himself a great game.
Stevens represented the United States on the international stage on 4 occasions, including as a member of the 1988 U.S. Olympic men's ice hockey team.
When you saw him play on the ice for this guy that had this big smiling personality, he was a big, strong winger that went to the net and had great hands.
From a teammate standpoint, I'd rank him right up there with any of my teammates that I've ever had. And I think that everyone that has, again, had the thrill and opportunity of playing with Kevin would pretty much echo the same words.
He also played in 3 IIHF Men's World Championships, helping Team USA to a bronze medal as captain in 1996. Following his illustrious career, Stevens has worked for the Penguins since 2002, where he now serves as a special assignment scout with the organization. Off the ice in 2018, Kevin Stevens created the nonprofit organization Power Forward. Following his own journey with addiction, Stevens continues to light the path for others on their journey to recovery.
The cause that he represents right now and helping those that are going through certain challenges in their life and sharing his life and his experiences with those people, I think is a true inspiration to all of us.
And now, joining the list of immortals who have left an indelible mark on the game of hockey in the United States, please welcome Kevin Stevens to the United States Hockey Hall of Fame.